Morning everybody, I'm Joby Carter from Carter Steam Fair, and today I will mostly be talking about the arcade. My dad collected slot machines before he had any of the rides, but he actually sold a collection of slot machines along with a gramophone record collection and enamel signs to pay for the gallopers, which is what started Carter Steam Fair. Later on in the 80s he wanted an arcade on the fair, old penny arcade, with all mechanical machines, none of them electronic. So you think in the 80s you're in the days of video games, but you had people that could remember these machines. So in about 88 we got our first arcade on the road, which we bought. It was about 27 foot long, it had a fold out front, and you had to walk up a set of steps, which is never great when people have to walk up. That can slow business up, but it was good for us, and it was busy. Now I was fascinated with it as a kid, as a teenager. I desperately wanted to, be involved with the arcade, and then my dad built this tiny playbox in the corner with a window about that big, which was my cell for about 2 years. And I can remember we had a record player, and I think we had 8 LPs with rock and roll on, so I knew every single song verbatim. My dad was very passionate about machines, he loved them, and he kept collecting them, and it got to a size where we had that many and it was that successful, we needed more space. So we bought this beautiful thread foul painted hoopla, 10-section hoopla, put it out the front, took 2 sections out. It had wall machines around the outside, had bandits on the inside, and a football table in the middle. I think it had about 32 machines in, but that needed to be built up, and that was in a box trailer, which funnily enough is the same box trailer I've got with the arc scenery. So that was one load, and that got built up every week, and it was very charming. As you may or may not know, my dad passed away in 2000. Before he could see the writing on the wall that either way, if he was going to survive, he wanted to scale down because of his ill health, or if he didn't survive, it was better off that he had a disposal sale while he was alive, because he knew what he was selling, and he sold his private collection, which not many people were privy to seeing, of these fantastic rare machines, plus surplus ones we didn't need, leaving enough to run the arcade successfully. And they were sold. It was a very, very interesting sale back in about 2000. And then Mum would obviously carried on after Dad passed away. She had the arcade and decided we wanted one big arcade, a bigger one, and we bought a big 40-foot one that folded out either side, and it was the super duper arcade, and we painted a new front on it, painted the front, made it look old, and that was great. But if the truth be known, the interest in these machines started to decline, because the people that can remember playing them basically aren't here anymore. If you look at people's interest, it's normally harking back to 30 years ago. So, my interest, obviously I'm into all things old time, but generally speaking, when you think about when I was a kid, what I grew up with, and I wasn't really into video games, but it was Pac-Man and so on and so forth, and in terms of the toys I played with, it was Zoids. Kids haven't heard of Zoids now. You haven't heard of Zoids. But there's this rolling road of interest. So, basically it declined a little bit, and my mum stopped travelling it, and John Todd started travelling the arcade, and it did still just decline. It's still taking money, but not a fortune, and we change things around who travels what from time to time. And when John took on the Octopus, he dropped the arcade and he stopped travelling, and you get people coming and asking all the time, where's the arcade, where's the arcade, where's the arcade, because it's not always with us. But the amount of people that show interest relative to the money it takes is 2 different things. So boys and girls, put your money where your mouth is, come and play the arcade, because it is so much fun, and people do, they come in and get lost in there and have a wonderful time with these innocent games that you've got in there that don't involve killing people and just turgid electronics that are in your face. It's just simple mechanical devices. Now, there are machines in here that are a little bit later than, a little bit later than my dad had the good taste to have, because of course, Kevin likes the odd a bit of electronic. Kevin's my father-in-law, by the way, so he's got some slightly later ones, but they're still great games. And me and my wife were playing it the other day. There's this sort of table tennis game that flicks over, and it's just great. It's just simple fun. And there's this shooting game which Kevin always tries to challenge me on when I know he knows how to play it, because he's played it far too many times. But also there is some machines in here which are from my parents' collection, so we'll show you some of those in a minute, because I'm sort of rather like those ones. Now the front on this has just been painted. I didn't do the pillars, I'm just going to point that out. It's been painted by myself and my mum. It just needed a refresh and just fit in with a fair more, so that's all fresh this year. We have a sort of entrance system because we operate tokens on the fair, and they're 50p each, and the tokens in there cost less. There's a price there, so you have to give a token for a token, which confuses some people, but it's fairly simple. You walk in, you change the token, and you can play that. And that may have had a slight effect on the trade on the arcade when we switched to that, because of that sort of bit of confusion. But if you come to the arcade, come and have a go in the arcade, you'll love it. Let's go mobile. Come in here and have a little look. Can we see? Is it focused? We haven't got the lights on. We're saving diesel. So I never claim to be an expert on slot machines, but I appreciate them. I love them. This is a Brian's. You can see up here, he was very prolific builder. Oh, hi Kev. Here comes Kev. Kev, come talk about the machines. Kev, you're not in uniform. Stay out of shot. Out of shot. This is my father-in-law, Kevin.
Good morning, viewers. What a lovely day.
Kev, do you want to tell everyone about the machines?
What would you like me to say?
Well, try not to be boring.
This is Brian's machine that made in Kegworth.
I said that.
Beautifully made.
They made many, didn't they? They were very prolific, weren't they? They used to knock them out. Beautiful.
Brian's were the premier manufacturer in the amusement industry, let me tell you.
Now, they did build a magic machine, Kevin, didn't they?
They did make a series of 3, actually, Joby, yeah.
Yeah, that really, they made these magic machines, and I believe they made some more, didn't they? He was still manufacturing about 20, 25 years ago?
I don't remember that, no. Unfortunately, I haven't got any.
Yeah, no, Kevin does have some. He bought from my father's collection, but he's squirreled them away out of the sight of his own grandchildren, which is a shame. But not this is a sore subject, but never mind. Moving on. A lovely Brian's machine. I'll show you in the corner, because he puts it in the corner, because I don't think he likes it as much as I do. But this is a wonderful machine. But we were talking about this yesterday, and I was saying which machines are good and which machines are bad. And this, you can tell this isn't a good one if it's put in the corner, because you put the good ones out the front because you want to take the tokens. But this is a brilliant machine. When you put a penny in, have you got a penny, Kev?
Yeah, I'm on my way.
I'm advertising this machine because it's brilliant.
There we go.
Is it working?
I doubt it. Yeah,
there you go. So the balls drop.
It's a two-handed operation.
Two-handed operation. This is where people get confused. Dad always had a theory: if they had to use more than one handle, it wouldn't take as much money. There you go. Look, catch the balls. Oh, come on. It is hard. Oh no. Oh yes. How many have you got to get, Kev?
6.
Have you got enough balls in, Kev? Oh no, we failed. Oh no. No, there you go. You've got to catch 6. And then you win. But it's a beautiful, beautiful machine. It's all mechanical, no plug going to it. What's this, Kev? Oh, I'll let him off. You've got to watch him. Phone charger.
No, it's not a phone charger.
This is another wonderful machine. This is another Brian's. Now this originally had a really, really garish front on it. And just didn't look right when we got it. That was one of Dad's machines. So Dad had this, basically got these old brackets from an earlier Brian's machine and basically faked it up and make it look older than it is. But these rock backwards and forward. It's a pusher. Everyone loves a pusher, but you just have to watch people nudging it. But and you've got these little buses, and they probably do about 10,000 miles a year going backwards and forwards. Oh, is anyone watching?
Yeah.
You checked?
60 people on?
60 people. Hi, how are we doing? People do watch, Kevin. I've told you this.
I'm amazed, yeah.
So, what other machines should we talk about? What's your favourite machine in here, Kev?
The viewer. It's got nude ladies in it.
Oh, go and have a look at the viewer. Should we put a penny in? No, we haven't got a set on, have you? No, we won't give away free. Kevin doesn't like. Yeah, Kevin doesn't like giving anything away for free. See, but look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And look at that amazing artwork. And this is a beautiful, beautiful design with this Razor the Sun. But yeah, there were nudie pictures of girls, and needless to say, they take good money. You look in there, have a little perv. Just the light comes on, it flicks around and shows some pictures. But it's great because you watch kids who, you know, sort of 12-year-old boy come over, look, don't think they should be looking, and it's brilliant, you know, and they're not seeing anything untoward. This is another lovely machine. I think was that from our collection?
Yeah, that's from yours, yeah.
So you put the penny in, these turn, you've got to get it in the red ones to get it all the way to the top. I had to go yesterday, one on that. And this I love because it's just so simple. And it's, you know, it's not a great money taker, it's just sort of a predictor, and you just put the penny in.
Let's predict your fortune, shall we, Joe?
Tick my fortune.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't put the penny in, did that count? Will it work properly?
Yeah, I
Oh, how are we doing? 65 million. I think
they're going to win 65 million, they're going to only have one girl. Oh, that's my daughter, isn't it?
Needless to say.
Yeah.
And now how accurate is that? Incredible, isn't it?
And let's see if you can win yourself some cigarettes.
Now these are hard, and they're not real cigarettes, I might add, but they used to be, didn't they?
I was talking about it.
Steady, steady.
Oh!
Oh, so close.
Go on, Kev. Show us how it's done. You show us how it's done.
I've never won it.
That's not the best advert, Kev, but I'm presuming they've yeah. Well, they say Disney on there, so I'm thinking they've
Copyright, yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's hard to win, it seems.
Yeah.
To be honest. Now these are rather modern. They're not really my era, but Kevin likes them because he
Yeah, the
he
people
grew up.
like to shoot the pussies.
Which is
PC, you know.
yes,
Shooting cats.
but the pussy shooter.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
It's very PC, that.
Yeah, but they are good, aren't they? The gun games. I mean, who doesn't like to shoot a pussy?
Exactly.
It's lovely.
And moving swiftly on.
Now over here we've got the bandits. Bandits are always popular, but they, you know, it's all mechanical and they do wear out, and you have to keep on top of them. And but yeah, Kevin's only got 6. We used to have a lot more in our arcade, a lot more. But it's very little. This arcade, very little. And this is nice. These are a fun game, and this is a double one as well. Look at that, hockey, great fun. So basically, people come in here and I think they surprise themselves at how much they enjoy it. I must tell you about a machine that really used to tickle me. So in our old arcade, I used to be in the corner looking out, and I couldn't see much. We used to have a machine, but this machine over here, very similar, which I think that might have been ours as well, wasn't it? This one? This one used to be ours, didn't it?
I think it did, yeah. The matrimonial.
So these are rather lovely. You put the penny in the slot, you pull out this, and you get a card, picture of your future wife on. And we used to have one, a slightly taller one, that was an X-ray machine. So you pull it out. This one hasn't got the X-ray one on it. You pull it, and it looked like a camera. And you pulled it, and and bless these 2 kids, they must have stood there 2 minutes posing in front of it, expecting an X-ray thing. I was a kid, and I was in the corner dying of laughter, and they're literally like trying to tap it gently and trying to get their X-ray taken. So bless them. But yeah, people love these, the future wife, and they got things written on them. So yeah, it's.
Oh, there's a DeLorean right.
Basically, oh, okay. Is the DeLorean here? Okay, right, well, obviously, I mean, a lot of people ask where we get the parts from for all the rides and the stuff. I'm kind of being rumbled, because I'm actually going back to, what is it you needed?
What's that?
You needed something, didn't you? You needed me to go back and get.
What did you want?
Was it from Brian's? What part was it? Have you got the part number?
You need to go back, didn't you?
Yeah.
In time, mostly, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Do you do time travel?
Yeah, I do, but it has taken its toll. I mean, I'm only 22 and it does age you. Just text it to me.
I'll text it to you directly.
Brilliant. I've got to get a bit for the we've got to get a bit for the galloper, so I'm going to go back later and get something from Tidman's as well. Hi, are you able to take me? I might try to drive myself.
I certainly can, yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll jump in. Brilliant.
How far are you going back?
Well, we've got to go to, it's 50s they had the bits for that machine, isn't it? Yeah, 50s. Just the corner brackets. Okay, of course Justin does Justin does a lot of time travel as well, because he runs, what's the name of your jukebox company?
Jukebox company.
Just the jukebox company?
The jukebox company.
So, and also the time travel has affected Justin as well, because he's only 14.
Exactly.
It ages you, doesn't it?
It does, it
yeah,
does, it
yeah.
does.
But you can drive, because you could drive
stress.
back in those days. So come on, let's go. The hardest thing is about this travelling is the motorway. you know, the traffic, you just can't get a clear run to get 88 miles an hour. But yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm sure it'll be fun. We're gonna go over the bridge. Just over the other side, we'll reach the speed. But yeah, watch out because of the flames and the fire. Yep, got it.
I'll go around that way, come out.
Yeah, sure. Did it?
Just pull it.
Pull it. Oh, not automatic.